Hey, Lauren, so that conversation that we just had about those tasty chicken wings down in Fort Myers, are you a wing it person or are you a planner?
Oh my gosh, I am so not a wing it person. I plan to the nth degree. And if I have a project to do, that thing's going to be done 2, 3 weeks in advance because I cannot do things last minute. It stresses me out and I don't do my best work under pressure. Now, I have a son and he does everything last minute and it works fabulously for him. And we had actually a roommate from college. I'll never forget. She called me and said she was speaking to like 75 people. And this was the night before. And I said, oh, so, what's your plan? What are you going to do? And she said, oh, no, I'll figure that out tomorrow. I was like sick to my stomach. I said, are you serious? Like, you don't know what you're going to do? She goes, no, I'll figure it out. It'll come to me in the morning. I wouldn't be able to sleep. There's no way I'd be able to sleep. So
That's amazing.
Yeah. And she's great at it. That's the thing. Like, she came back that day and said, oh my gosh, it was an amazing presentation. I had no problems, but I can't do the things off the top of my head. If I have to, I will, but no, I got to have the outline. I start with the outline and then I got to fill in all my speaking points and I have to really think about it for a long time beforehand. I'm my own worst enemy. It is what it is. But no, I'm definitely a planner.
Are you a planner, Angie?
I am definitely a planner, but I don't always follow my plan. I love a plan and I will plan it out. But yeah, I have probably honestly had just as many times when I'm speaking because that's where, well, with a big family, you try to plan, but now I know that that just never happens. It just never happens. But I do like to start with a plan. Same thing for professionally. I start planning and I practice it way more than 5 times, Lauren, practicing, and I'm an overthinker and all that stuff. And more times than I can count, when it comes time to deliver, I will have something technical not work. I've had so many times where I haven't had no slides, no notes, and I just have to wing it anyway. And those are actually really great times, right? Those are really great times because you remember, oh, you already have the things. And I think some of those have probably been my best presentations or best, speaking times. Mm-hmm. But I am a planner. I love a plan. I really thrive with a plan.
And how about you, Erin? I could almost guess, because we've had this conversation, that you are definitely a planner.
Yes. And I can, in my speaking world, and I'm sure, I don't know. The more speakers I talk to, the more less alone I feel. But like, I can plan out everything that I want to say, and I get up on that stage, and something happens, and I don't talk about 50% of what I had planned. Something else comes out, and I'm at the end of it, I'm just like, wow, where did that come from? Yeah, I have no idea where that come from. But I have my slides and, that kind of thing. When you work in healthcare, when you work inside senior living, there are certain strategies and things that you can plan, but you're always winging it because something's going to happen. Something is going to happen and it's not going to go as planned. So I am a professional wing it girl. I can go with the flow. I can pivot and maneuver with the best of them. And I know in order to feel confident, I have to prepare. And so if I prepare, that's a plan. I have to plan to do that. I teach people not to wing it because there are systems and strategies that we can have the outline of our day, but you have to be prepared to wing it. Right? So I think that there's both. I mean, especially in parenthood, especially inside leadership. In travel, I will tell you I'm the worst planner. That is too much time for me to plan that. I mean, there are certain things that I want to do, but if you're going to plan my time down to a T, I'm going to feel like I can't do this. I can't meet the standards. I can't meet the standards.
Really?
Yes.
Well, so to that point, I want to add, Erin, and I think you guys to see if you agree with it. The planning, you're making me think about this. The planning is really because I want to show up and be my best. I want to be competent.
Yes.
I want to know that I'm prepared and I'm competent, and I know my. I've said now 3 times. Apologies to everyone in this audience. Okay, I'm very sorry.
We're on YouTube.
Makes you real, Angie. Makes you real.
You know, so that's what that's about. I know it's not gonna. I know I'm gonna black out mostly and not remember what I even talked about, or I know whatever. But the same thing is for parenting. So I feel like I just want to be prepared. I want to be the best.
Yeah.
It's a big responsibility, whether it's being a parent or it's showing up to speak for people. So that's really what it is. I like a plan for that reason, but I also know I'll be fine if it blows up.
Yeah, it's the preparation. I have learned there's a lot of confidence building in preparation. And unlike Lauren, sometimes my best work is like 2 or 3 days. When the pressure's on, I'm like, ooh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Like the night before
There's
a presentation.
lot of people like that.
Yeah, the night before a presentation, I'm like, oh my God, I should say that. That is so good. Write that down. Like, it's like,
don't you think because you're leaders, we're all leaders, we're all in leadership position, and that just comes with even parenting. That just comes with the whatever I'm trying to say.
Okay, quick break. Have you seen the Traveling Saleslady's exclusive coaching collection? Courses built specifically for sales pros who live out of a carry-on. Buyer mindset, road safety, work-life stuff. All of it, actual coaches, no fluff. Take advantage of our bundled package for all courses. Grab the link in the show notes, and let's get back to it.
This keeps popping in my head, and speaking of balancing serious things with funny things, like you plan for, what's the saying? You plan for the you plan for the worst, hope for the best, right? That's the saying.
Yes.
I get those wrong all the time. Plan for the worst, hope for the best.
Yeah.
So my kid, my 30, almost 4-year-old son, he's his heart surgeon. So he's like a big guy, lots of responsibilities, but he comes home and he's helping Olivia with a baby. They have a new 6-month-old and everything. Like Olivia went to go do something for herself, right? She went to some yoga thing. So TJ's just like on it. He calls us, he's FaceTiming. And he's like all proud of himself. He got home from work. He slayed the surgery. He's not saying it like that, but he did all these things. This plan was in effect. Like it was happening. Bathing the baby. Baby's cute. Okay, next steps. I'm going to get him out of bed. I'm going to have him all ready for bed. Even get him into bed before Olivia gets home. Right before we hung up the phone, he was getting ready to take August out of the bathtub, and August poops in the bathtub. Poop floating all over the water. Hilarious. And so that's what made me think of that.
Yeah.
Like plan for the plan for the worst. No, whatever I said. Plans don't go as planned is what my point was. And be ready, be ready for the worst.
Yeah.
That's why pivot should be way high up in the dictionary. I love that
Leadership.
word, pivot. It's like pivot,
You have to pivot.
pivot all the time. But I think you can just go with it, and it makes.
I think of this story from an old boss of mine, and he was transitioning a brand new account over to me. And he said, I'm going to invite you to the kickoff meeting. I said, great. I said, what did you need me to do? He said, you know what? Nothing much. He said, there's just going to be probably about 10 people there. We'll kind of wing it. And I'm thinking, oh, Lord, okay, we're going to wing it. And we get there, and there was not 10. There was about 90 people. All managers showed up. It was a large chain nursing home. And I'm thinking, oh, this is great to be winging. I feel fabulous about this. And the woman looked over that was running the whole thing and said, so now the name of our company is going to come in and do a 1-hour training presentation for us all. I thought I was going to vomit. And my boss literally looked at me and he goes, you got this one, girl. And I looked at him and I said, are you serious right now? And he's like, dead serious. And I'm thinking, you cannot be serious. I was freaking out internally. And I'm like, yes, of course. And what would we like to talk about today? Because I'm thinking, I have no frame of reference of what I'm talking about. And I just took a deep breath and I said, Lauren, you've been in this field for 35 years. You've got this. Like, come on, this is going to be it. And getting back to that, it ended up being awesome, right? And you just had to kind of pivot, as said, and be able to do it. But I'll tell you, it ended up fine, ended up great, but I don't like to operate like that. That really was pretty scary, but it was fine. It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. I always think, too, with speaking, like nobody at the end of the day is going to tell you to your face. I've never had, right? Or have you ever had someone come up to you at the end? Ooh, that was just terrible. You were terrible up there. Awful, awful. It just doesn't happen. So either A, they're going to tell, behind your back, they're going to say nasty things, but you're never going to know about it. That's the word. And I always say, you're going home at the end of the day to your family. You're going home to your friends, roof over. Like, what is the worst? So I don't know. I start with the worst, kind of like you said, Angie, with, make a plan, come out with the best or whatever. I start with what is the worst case? It was terrible and they talked behind my back. So be it. Probably not going to happen. But if it does, so be it. And we carry on and go on to the next thing. Mm-hmm. And a sense of humor goes a long way, doesn't it, ladies? You need a sense of humor. Gotta have one. So anyway, all right. Any parting thoughts? I think this wraps it up.
I think we're a fun people to hang around. You
do
can learn
too.
a lot from us. You can learn a lot from us. We have things to offer.
That's right. And you know what? Real quickly, because we have the time. Erin, what is 2 words that people can learn from you with your company, Aspire for More, with Erin?
Oh, gosh. 2 words?
2 words?
I'll say
2
3 words.
3
You
words.
have to, I'll say 3 words. Grow, lead, and rise.
I like it.
You
I
have
like
to
it.
grow in order to lead so everyone can rise.
Angie,
Wow.
high
That's
performance
profound, Erin.
nursing.
I like that.
Thank you.
Well, I'm just the thing that I believe is if we love better, we can lead better. So my hashtag is love better, lead better.
And Lauren, those are good. Those are good. Lauren, as a person no longer in the field, what are 3 words of advice to people that are still early in their career?
Find your silver lining.
And my words are, see ya. I hope you do an amazing editing job on this last little 5 minutes. So in wrapping things up, from my heart, a big, big thank you to Erin with Aspire for More, with Erin, to Angie Gray with High Performance Nursing, and to Lauren Caulfield, who is newly retired. We celebrate her. But I just want to say thanks so much. You guys offer so much to people in the workforce, and I hope people take advantage of listening to the podcast and also taking advantage of the wonderful services that you offer, and have some fun out there and journey on.